So my boyfriend just broke up with me literally 10 minutes ago. Everything was literally fine. Everything was totally fine. Nothing seemed off on my end. We had plans today. He was supposed to come over after he went to the beach with his friends. I noticed today is the only day that I noticed something was weird. He didn't text me good morning. He was super slow to respond to my texts, super vague about our plans for tonight. He comes over. I open the door. He goes, "We need to talk." I said, "Okay." He goes, "I think we need to break up." I was like, "What?" He goes, "Honestly, Liz, I'm looking for a life partner and I just don't see you being my life partner." Keep in mind, we've only been dating for 2 months. I go, "Okay." I was like, "Is it something that I did? Is it something that I said?" Because he asked me to be his girlfriend after 4 weeks of dating. He's the one who initiated me meeting his friends. He was asking me how many kids do you want? Do you like your family? Really it seemed like he liked me. I'm literally in such shock right now. And then, yeah, he was like, "I'm just not looking for a life partner." I was like, "Is it something that I did?" He goes, "No, I think you're amazing." I said, "Okay." I literally said, I was like, "I'm in such shock." And he goes, "Yeah, honestly, it's nothing that you did. I'm just looking for a wife and I don't see you being my wife." Again, we've been dating for 2 months. And I go, "Okay, so why did you ask me to be your girlfriend?" And then he goes, "Honestly, at the time, really vague, kind of stuttering, not really answering." He goes, "At the time, I thought that I saw it, but honestly, nothing ever really clicked for me." I'm like, "Okay, so if nothing ever really clicked, why did you ask me to be your girlfriend?" Truly just he was giving me nothing, no useful information whatsoever. Just really reinforcing he doesn't see me being his wife. He doesn't see me being his life partner after 2 months of dating. And I just said, okay. I was in such shock. This was really the last thing that I expected. And then I said, "Okay, you just wasted 2 months of my life. Because if nothing ever really clicked, you should have never asked me to be your girlfriend." I could not believe it when he said that. He should have never, ever asked me to be official.
See, this is the ridiculousness of women, right? He actually didn't waste your time. He just wanted to see what it's like being in a monogamous relationship with you. What do you like? He's the type of man, and I give him credit, right? She said that after 2 months, he just didn't feel her or didn't see her as a long-term partner. And that's it. He ended the relationship. Great. Good for him, right? And good that he didn't really waste your time. Because you gotta think, he wanted to see what it's like to be a monogamous relationship with you, how you are in a monogamous relationship. Instead of being with a woman who's in a talking stage, women who are in talking stage, they're probably talking to other men as well. How's that help him judge if you are a good fit for him to be a long-term partner? I mean, sometimes women are ridiculous where men literally are not trying to waste your time, but they have to at least get the feel of how things will be. So he actually tried to minimize it as much as possible. 2 months is really generous. There are some men or some relationships that last years and then they still go nowhere. So I think this man was being a gentleman, right? By being upfront with her. Well, kind of upfront. I guess he wasn't being completely honest, because telling her what what about her he sees that she didn't fit for him, but still, he was still being honest in the sense that he didn't drag her along for long, right? He's upfront with her, saying that he just didn't feel it or didn't see it, and only was 2 months. You're young, so 2 months is amazing time, where there are relationships that had lasted a couple years and didn't go nowhere. So this woman's ridiculous, right? And she can't understand it. Well, I can see why he probably did not see her as a partner, where she didn't read people well, or she didn't see the value in him, because a man that did that is, I think, a very upstanding man, right? Because Like I said, a man that he really valued your time. I mean, 2 months, like I said, is very small in the grand scheme of things. He could have been with you for years and just still felt the same way. So this woman is, women like this is, they are fooling themselves and making their own narrative, right? And not seeing the bigger picture where this man was being a gentleman. So,
because now I'm over here sitting thinking like, oh, you never liked me. Like, you just wanted to keep me around. You never liked me. He said yes to meeting all of my friends, never hesitated. He hung out with like a ton of my friends from different groups. He was talking the other day, I was talking about how me and my friend are going to the Beyonce concert on September 4th. He goes, oh, that's going to be our 6-month anniversary. We had plans to go on a double date with 2 of my friends like 3 days ago. He texts me that day. He goes, I feel sick. At the time, I thought that he really was sick. Now I know that he was definitely lying because he knew that he wanted to break up with me and he didn't want to meet my friends. So he said, I don't see you being my wife. I said, okay. I said, you just wasted 2 months of my life. He goes, I'm sorry. He kind of just really has nothing to say. I say, get the fuck out of my house. I have nothing to say to you. He gets up. I walk him to the door. I open the door. He kind of turns around to say something. I think he's about to start saying, I'm sorry again. I slam the door in his face and I lock the door. I had nothing to say to him. He owes me $60 because like 4 days ago, he committed to go to a comedy show with me. And I said I would buy the tickets and I did. And they are non-refundable. So he owes me $60. I texted him like 10 minutes ago. I said, you owe me $60 for this. He has not responded. He better send me that money. And that's all I have to say. I mean, it's weird because it's like I'm in such shock and I genuinely am really sad. But also we've only been dating for 2 months. So it's not like I wasn't in love with him. And it really is not a significant amount of time. It's more just like I'm really in shock. And also, I really don't think he ever liked me. I genuinely don't. I think he asked me to be his girlfriend to kind of keep me around. I think I was his type on paper. I think he was like, she's beautiful, she's fun, and we want the same things out of life. And I think in his brain, he was like, well, that's a girlfriend. But I don't think he ever really liked me. So yeah, hot girl summer incoming. I'm going to Lebanon in a week and a half for about 3 weeks. And then I'm going to come back and it's going to be hot girl summer. I'm at least grateful that he didn't drag this out any longer than it needed to be dragged out, because now I can kind of do my own thing. I can kind of get back to doing what I was doing when I first started making TikToks. Am I a psycho for getting broken up with and immediately making a TikTok about it? Yes, I am a psycho for doing this, but it feels really good to get it off of my chest, honestly. And also I share my dating life on TikTok, so obviously I'm going to talk about this. But yeah, really weird. He's weird for this.
also, like this video, I mean, her video, if you keep on watching it, it tells a lot more about her. Like she seems emotionally unhinged, right? Asking for the money back for a concert that she invited him to, that he's not going. Okay, well, how about, are you gonna pay him all the dates that he paid for? Women don't, right? But when they use their money, you have to pay them back. Okay, well, you asked him on the date. He didn't ask you to go to this. You asked him. And how she said she doesn't even love him, but yet she's this emotional. I could see, I think he sees that she is like a emotionally unhinged person that he doesn't want to deal with. And she's funny, like she's the type of woman that thinks hot girl summer is a thing. That's a red flag. Again, this video says she does a lot of things that would show if she did the same thing throughout the relationship, the 2-month relationship. I think he is a very decent man, that he saw these qualities that, you know what, it's going to be problems in the future for him. A girl that thinks hot girl summer is a thing, that's a red flag. I mean, a girl that asks for money back for something that she planned, come on. That's like men pay for a lot of things in a relationship. They don't ask for it back. So no, she's definitely a red flag. And the way she's just emotionally very affected from something that she says she doesn't even love him. I think she will be. He saw little hints, right? A bunch of little red flags that In 2 months, he couldn't stand, right? She said that he didn't love her or like her, that he just saw qualities in her that he thought would have been a good girlfriend, but he just wanted to keep her around. I think, see, that's the thing. It may kind of be true in the sense that he saw qualities in her that he liked, that he thinks would make her a good girlfriend, good partner. So what he did was actually spend the time, right? Take the time to get to know her more in a monogamous way. It's different when you get to know a person when they're also talking to other men, you know, or not that focused on you, right? Or not that, I mean, when you're in a monogamous relationship, it's different than when you're in the talking stage, right? Or when you're just dating. So really, that's what this man is a commitment kind of man. So I think he's a gentleman and I commend this guy.
I went on a date and my date left me in the middle of the date.
Yeah, it has different modes too, to be honest. I like the yellow one.
Taking pictures for quite a long time. I was hoping that you at least be somewhat normal, but that's what I get for going on a blind date. The only way this date would be better is if I was blind. Then I wouldn't have to see this shit. Everyone's staring. Like, don't you care? Where's your self-awareness? They're staring right now.
Just give me 5 more minutes.
Nah, I'm good. Good luck.
Wait, why are you leaving?
Now, I don't know if this is a skit or not, but I mean, this is more of a good example that when you see red flags and you see multiple of them, or either multiple red flags, like multiple little red flags or multiple big red flags or a really big red flag, you stand your grounds, have your boundaries, your preferences, your standards, and leave. Just like my first video I was showing that you gotta get to the process where you're trying to get to know the person, right? 2 months, first date, whatever, a couple dates, but you date them or you're with them until you see the flags, or hopefully you don't, but until you do see the flags that, you know what, you evaluate that, you know what, that it's not gonna work, because I can't do it like this. These red flags, or this one big red flag, is just a beacon to tell me that it's not gonna work. I've been in relationships where I'm holding on hope. I'm holding on hope that it will change, that will get better. And that's the problem with men, or, you know, with women too, right? With people, that we just hold on hope that the relationships get better. And we see the red flags, but we've been in the relationship for so long that we just hope that it gets better. And that's the problem. That's the problem, that we're wasting our time, we're wasting our youth, and it's a headache, and it's stress that we don't need to have. So just like the first one, it is good that if you see things qualities that you don't think is indicative for you for a long-term commitment, then it's good that you just leave, you stand your ground and just leave. Stay by your principles and leave. So, yeah.
Well, I'm special, number one.
Okay, tell us why.
Why?
Delineate it. 1, 2, 3, 4,
How do you
5. Tell
stand
us
up?
why.
How do I stand up? Don't do that.
All right, go ahead. Tell us why you're special. Go ahead. Outline why.
I mean, I feel like a guy will like a girl who can, you know, guys provide, but you also have to provide, take care of yourself.
Okay.
Have something going for yourself.
Now, what do you provide? That's what we're asking you.
Everything.
Define everything.
Please tell us.
I mean, there's a lot. Like,
We got time. No, we got time today.
And that's why guys cheat. There you go.
There you go.
You literally can't even define what makes you special.
Took too long.
Do it.
Go ahead.
We got time today.
See, here's the difference. This is the thing. I'm keeping it 1,000 with y'all. The reason why you can't define it is because men have never looked you dead in the face and say, tell me what makes you special, because no one ever questions women on their bullshit. The reality is, most of y'all are not fucking special.
I guess my question was more so like, would you date an only girl in this scenario?
No, I can make my own money. I'm good.
I think it depends what type of content you post too.
Well,
Why does that matter?
I'm just thinking about the future. I don't need my kids being like tormented at school.
Like the kids don't have to go to like regular school. They could just have homeschool, and we travel all the time on our private jets.
I'm not superficial. Like the private jets.
I mean, it's not really superficial.
BMWs
It's just
really
we don't
don't-
have to go to the airport with like regular people and like stand in line 3 hours earlier.
Yeah, I actually have to go.